It seems like some portable CD players react to even the slightest bumps. Smart. Very smart.
Okay, we've traveled along hit clips and video now, so let's talk about the biggest lie we had to deal with in the late 90s and the 2000s. I won't say early because they lasted for quite a while. It's anti-skip. Back in this era, the medium was changing. Straight from cassette players to CD players, I still remember the Walkman I had. Retro, I know. It was this Tasmanian devil one right here from Looney Tunes. Though it wasn't my era, I still had one because, well, that's all we had. When I got a little bit older, I finally got a portable CD player after saving some money. It was kind of like this model here, except not a Sony, some no-name brand like GPX or GBX, something along those lines. Anyways, I watched and dealt with CD skips, and it used to drive me absolutely nuts. Then I saw my friends' models. They had digital ones. They had ones that flashed different colors. They had AM/FM radios, had this anti-skip. Oh yeah, believe me, back in the day, this was a necessity. Let me paint a picture for you. Jean Co jeans, dragon shirts, enough pockets to fit a Game Boy, Pokemon cards, Go-Gurt yogurts, tech decks, and your favorite Sobe drink. Also, just saying, pink was the best one. Just saying. And if you weren't rocking that fit, you had a backpack and most likely some type of baggy clothing. I kinda had both going on. I wore the shirts and just baggy jeans because they were off-brand and, yeah. Skated every day with my friends, so this no-skip technology was very necessary. I mean, for fuck's sake, whenever you took a heavy step, the audio would fuck right off and then come back in like nothing happened. I really desperately needed this. I used to love hill bombing and basically cruising around, and each bump was like the song was having a seizure, which, if you didn't know, it's fun for nobody involved. And you know what else? If it kept skipping, it would mess up your CD. Isn't that fun? It destroys your ears and your music simultaneously. While there were a lot of different CD players, and I mean a lot, they all pretty much worked the same. Open, close, play, pause, so on and so forth. The casing was just stylistic, and some brands were better than others. Nothing new. I remember being so excited though when I finally saved up enough to get one of these brand new anti-skip CD players, because I had to pour money into a new CD because the skipping and the lack of shock support ruined my previous CDs. I was so fucking hyped, I didn't even bother to find scissors to open the plastic. My hyper ass just sawed it apart with a kitchen knife. It looked so promising. I thought to myself, finally, no more skipping. Yeah, well, I woke up from that dream really fucking quickly, cause let me tell you something, it didn't work. I had a Philips Magnavox model, and they were like the bee's knees of audio, sitting right there with Sony at the time. It was pretty expensive. It's pictured here, but it wasn't this exact model. I remember it being blue, but anyways, that's not important. I sat in my room, convincing myself that the audio I was listening to was much bolder, louder, and nicer on the ears. I genuinely loved these things. I used it all night, so when I was taking it to school, I didn't think anything of the skip that occurred, blaming the batteries running low. So, when I got home, I sat in new batteries, and I went downstairs to try them on, and boy oh boy was I pissed. I started cruising around. I remembered this part of the sidewalk was uprooted, so it kind of had a natural ramp to it. You could just ollie the little root that was sticking out of the ground. I went to ollie and skip. I immediately stopped and pulled the player out of my oversized pocket and just shook it off. Maybe it was nothing, maybe it was something, who knows? Not me. Let me preface this. while it was better at absorbing minor shocks, it still was not really sufficient at keeping up at it. So, anyways, I kept cruising, and eventually I hopped off the board to meet my friends and skip. Once again, skip. I was crushed. I just spent my whole savings on the promise of anti-skip, and it just didn't suffice. Nothing like a good slap in the face. It felt like I just blew my whole fucking wad for nothing. I ranted about it to my friends. They were all pretty much on the same page. But I had this killer stereo. I loved that thing. 6 CDs, it's a beast, no skips, monstrous sound, and you could plug in headphones. So, I mean, it's not on the go, but you can still enjoy it in peace by yourself if you wanted to. I digress. These bulky portable players were very necessary if you wanted music on the go. And while I am talking shit because talking shit is what I'm good at, ultimately I loved mine, and I remember giving it to my nephew with a lot of my CDs because I either had official duplicates or at that point we were all, as a generation, balls deep in LimeWire and burning CDs. Do not lie about it. It is what it is. It's been 20 years now. After all, I ended up getting another CD player anyways, Panasonic, and I was really happy with it. And we just dealt with the skips, while also bitching about it, but we dealt with it. Now it's seen on random posts, this or that, you remember anti-skip and how much it was a lie, so I guess I wanted to have my little corner on that and talk about it. You know, before I lose my mind or something, because I realize I'm just getting old now, being 31. Oof. Ultimately, it was seen as a marketing attempt. While it did try using a buffer memory system, the music that would be played was lacking in quality due to this, or would just skip like it did for me. But that's enough rambling. I just basically wanted to do a short form video on this, kind of weave it with something that happened to me as well. So if you had good luck with this anti-skip technology, or if you have a memory with your favorite CD player, comment down below. I'd love to hear it. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all, and 1K gang, let's go.